Shalom, shalom, my people. This is Yahya Ben Yehuda, aka Tommy Kurtah, and I'm a little, no, I'm angry. I'm a whole lot angry. Um, just received, I just heard of a report. Um, it's disturbing to me because it is amazing. Sometimes when we hear of white suspects killing people, being armed and dangerous, and they get taken in alive. This person had a gun, armed, dangerous. The police officer shot him in the leg and arrested him. But it seems when it comes to black suspects, be they armed or not even armed, normally their outcome is a whole lot different. We have the account on video of a person armed with a knife, and the police officer lied and said that he lunged at him, but the video plainly showed he was nowhere near him, and the officer shot him 16 times, 14 times while he was down on the ground. And many other stories that we have seen played out on video of where these people of color, life was taken from them for being considered dangerous, for being considered armed, and that the police officers always felt fear, and that they had to make a decision, a split-second decision, and that split-second decision always appears to take the life of a black man or a black woman or a black child. Um, I recall the story, and it's on video, of a white man shooting at the cops in the park and pointing his gun at people, and the cops shot him in the stomach. And as soon as he fell to the ground, the cops all ran to his aid and calmed him down and put him on a stretcher, holding his hand, letting him know everything's going to be okay. I remember the video of a white man on the side of the street with an automatic weapon. And the officer came across the street and calmed him down and talked to him. Now, I'm not celebrating the death or calling or bloodthirsty or anything like that, but it is quite ironic when a white suspect have such a dangerous weapon, and the cops seem to have no fear. But when the person is black and have a weapon, or is believed to have a weapon, they come in guns a-blazing because they were so scared. They feared for their life. And for some reason, the police think their job now is to come home safe. No, your job is to protect and serve. Your job is not to come home safe. It is your heart's desire and your prayer is to come home safe. But your job is to protect and serve your community. And that's all the people within your community. Even those that travel into your community, they come up under your charge and up under your care to protect and serve. But for some reason, the police force think their job is to come home safe. That is not your job. That is your heart's desire and prayer, is to come home safe, but that is not your job. So, yes, I'm upset. I'm angry. I do not want the cops to shoot everybody up, regardless of what their race and color is. I understand sometimes that decision has to be made, and there has to be that type of consequence. But it is alarming to see how many of these events play out when it's a person of color. And the officers seem to always be so scared, so fearful for their life. But when it's a white suspect, they don't seem to have any fear. They could talk them down. They could non-lethally shoot them or choose to tase them. But when it comes to a black person, the outcome is so different. Not saying that they have never tased a black man and they have talked down a black man before. I'm not saying that. But we have seen it played out many times where black people do not get that treatment. I'm not saying it never happened to a white man, because I have seen videos of white people being unfairly abused or even murdered by cops. I've seen it all. But it is weird when a black person speak up on the outcry of what's happening within their community that is deemed racism and wrong. But then when a white person has the same cry, that everybody seems to rally around them and celebrate their outcry. But when we do it, it's looked upon with um, disdain and unbelief and the nerve of them. Um, this is a racist society, and we just need to face the fact that it is what it is. This is a racist society. The United States is racist. There's no way to get around it. We have a long track record to make us say the things that we say and why we feel the way that we feel. You have to understand, giving me a job does not prove you are not a racist, because you need employees to do the job so you can make money. So hiring blacks to work is not a sign that you may not be racist. Because you could hire me and keep me making the same amount I was making from day one when you hired me, and yet all the white employees around me are getting all the opportunities and chances for promotion and getting bonuses, yet I'm not. So there's several ways for racism to be expressed in a certain way, because you can still hire me and hate me. Um, so that does not blow my mind if you're hiring. It's because you're trying to make a profit and you need laborers to do what you need done to make your dollars, to make your money. So I already know without a shadow of a doubt, we have a race problem in this country, and everybody can see it that have eyes. But most people have eyes. The symbol is they choose not to see with them. So this is the problem that we have in this nation. But it is time for us as a people to unite. We have to put aside all our differences and unite under a common banner of protecting and policing our own communities. Back in the day, we used to do it, and our communities were the better for it. It's time that we get back to it and police our own, watch out for our own, protect our own, do our own neighborhood watch, and keep the monsters out of our community. And some of them monsters are even our own people. So I'm not fooled to think that black people are innocent. No, we have some monsters of our own that look just like us. We also know we have monsters of other races, other ethnic groups, and religions that come in and do all sorts of unspeakable things. We understand that. We're not blind to that fact. But it is very heartbreaking, very disturbing to know of all the crimes and things that seem to happen. If the police is called in and it's relating to one of our own, the outcome is normally bad. When we see a crime, a murder, let's just call it what it is. When we see a murder and you try to explain the video away so the white officer is protected, there's something truly wrong with that. And you wonder why black people are upset, and you wonder why black people believe that there is no justice here in this land. Just because you give us a few cases along the way, but the thing that's appeared to be an open and shut case, for some reason we cannot seem to win those. So it was just me speaking my mind, speaking on my heart. Some of you may agree with what I'm saying, some of you may not. It really doesn't matter. I just wanted to speak my mind and I wanted to share it. But anyway, this is your brother Yael Ben Yehuda, aka Tommy Kurtah. Shalom, love, and blessings.